So I was telling you that the binding of the RNA polymerase to the promoter region is followed by a conformational change of the RNA polymerase and the first nucleotide. That means when the promoter region will bind with the RNA polymerase, there will be a change in the RNA polymerase and the first nucleotide will be formed with, that is always a purine, and that associates with the initiation site on the subunit of the enzyme. So on subunit is that on the RNA polymerase, initiation will start. In the presence of the appropriate nucleotide, the RNA polymerase catalyzes the formation of phosphodiester bond and the nascent chain is now attached. Nascent chain means the new RNA chain is attached to the polymerization site on the subunit of RNA. So the new chain which is formed is with the phosphodiester bond. It is bonded with the RNA, with the DNA. Then come to the, in both prokaryotes and the eukaryotes, a purine ribonucleotide is usually the first one to be polymerized into the RNA molecule. So first of all, what happens? The purine is made. The purine means those which are having two rings. So it is at adenine and either an adenine or a guanine cytosine. Guanine is made. Okay. So then come to, after 10 to 20 nucleotides have been polymerized, the RNA polymerase undergoes a second conformational change leading to the promoter clearance. So when 10 to 20 nucleotides are made, then the promoter will be removed. That means it is removed from the promoter and the RNA polymerase will physically move away from the promoter, transcribing down, that means coming downside, and the through the transcriptional unit through the structural gene, leading to the next phase of, that is, elongation. So here you can see that the RNA polymerase first recognizes the promoter, the green one, at the 35 region. I told you that the promoter is recognized at the 10th region or at the 35th region. 35th region there is GACA and at the 10th region there is TATA. Okay, and it binds to the full promoter. Totally binds it. Then this sigma factor helps in binding. Now this sigma factor is left here, and this promoter is part is also left, and RNA polymerase, which is synthesizing the new RNA, it will move forward, and when it is moving forward, the chain, how much it is required, that much of the chain will be unwinding. Unwinding of the chain will occur up till the termination. So open promoter complex, it is an open promoter complex, and this is a 5' triphosphate. Okay, this is an initiating nucleotide. That means the nucleotide starts building here. Then coming to elongation step of transcription. As the elongation complex containing the core and RNA polymerase progress along the DNA molecule, the DNA unbinding must occur in order to provide access for the appropriate base pairing to the nucleotides of the template strand. That means the unbinding will occur and the base pairing will also occur. The extent of this transcription bubble is constant throughout. So this how much it will extend, the how many nucleotides it will come will be opening. It is almost like 20 base pairs per polymerase molecule. As the molecule moves, that inside that molecules 20 base pairs are open. Then elongation step of the transcription. RNA polymerase has associated with it an unwindase activity that opens the DNA helix. So the topoisomerase both precedes and follows the progressing RNA polymerase to prevent the formation of superhelical complex. So here the topoisomerase helps in not formation of the helix once again. Base pairing rule is followed here, and then elongation, you can see here the red one is the RNA which is built, and this is a nascent RNA or hnRNA. Okay, so this hnRNA should undergo more changes and then it will form the then here the nucleotide are coming and joining. Okay, nucleotide being added to the 3' end of the RNA. This is a template strand. This is the bubble formed. Unbinding strand of the occurs here also, and the polymerase is moving towards the termination. And then termination starts here. Row dependent termination is there. what happens? Rho factor is one more factor which is again present in the RNA polymerase. It is signaled by a sequence in the template strand of the DNA molecule, a signal that is recognized by a termination protein, the Rho factor. The Rho is a ATP-dependent RNA-stimulated helicase that disrupts the nascent RNA-DNA complex. That means it breaks the complex. Now, here you can see in the sketch. Here you can see this is the promoter region, and then the mRNA is made here. mRNA is made. This is the core enzyme where it has left the sigma factor here only. Sigma factor is left, and now the core enzyme is left. It is moving forward. The RNA during its movement, the RNA is being made, and then here when it comes to the termination end, the Rho factor is recognized and it binds with the Rho factor. This Rho factor removes the mRNA, separates mRNA, separates the polymerase enzyme, RNA polymerase, and also it also gets separated. All of them get removed from that place. So, termination of transcription. After termination of the synthesis of the RNA molecule, the enzyme separates from the DNA template. With the assistance of another factor, the core enzyme then recognizes a promoter at which the synthesis of new RNA molecule comes. So now the enzyme, the RNA polymerase will go and find another another promoter for synthesis of another RNA. But that RNA which we need now is made. Okay, so but that RNA which is made is not the proper RNA. The general process of transcription can be applied to both prokaryotic cells and eukaryotic cells. Transcription of eukaryotic gene is far more a complicated process than the prokaryotes. The prokaryotic versus eukaryotic transcription. The location. Then in prokaryotes, that is in bacteria, transcription occurs in the cytoplasm. In the eukaryotes, it occurs inside the nucleus. In eukaryotes, transcription occurs in the nucleus, and then the translation occurs in the cytoplasm. So here you can see very well. Now I have to tell you one more thing, since it's there in the picture. Let me tell you that the DNA makes the RNA. This RNA, mRNA, is not the proper mRNA that we need. This mRNA will undergo capping. As soon as the mRNA is made, a cap is built there. That is a methyl guanosine triphosphate. Okay, so that methyl guanosine triphosphate cap is made at this end, and then when this mRNA is constructed finished, there is a tailing also. Tailing means a tail of poly A. Adenine is joined here. So that is now this cap and tail protect the mRNA or hnRNA from being broken down by the enzymes in the nucleus. Now this RNA which is made, it contains so many introns and exons. Now these introns are the places which are not required. Only the exons are required. Exons are the places where the coding part is present. So what happens here? Splicing, that means cutting of these unwanted parts occur, which occur alternatively, and after removal of this unwanted parts, again the introns which are required, they are joined and they form the mRNA. Now this mRNA contains the genetic code, it also contains a cap, and it contains a tail. The cap is present at the 5' end and the tail is present at the 3' end or 3' end. And now it moves out of the nuclear pore and it goes into the ribosome, and here it becomes a template on which the proteins are made. Okay, so the prokaryotic versus eukaryotic transcription, the genome size, that is the size of the RNA, is much larger in the eukaryotes than in the prokaryotes. Then one more thing is that the chromatin structure of the DNA in the prokaryotes, they do not have histone proteins, but eukaryotic DNA is wrapped in the histone proteins. And while RNA polymerase interacts directly with prokaryotic DNA, other proteins mediate the interaction between RNA polymerase and DNA eukaryotes. Okay, so proteins are the mediates which interfere. Then prokaryotic versus eukaryotic transcription, another RNA polymerases. There are 3 distinct classes of RNA polymerase in the eukaryotes, we know, and each class of RNA polymerase requires a particular type of genes. Okay, the polymerase 1 synthesize rRNA, or polymerase 2 synthesize messenger RNA, and polymerase 3 synthesize small RNA and tRNA, transfer RNA. Then prokaryotic versus eukaryotic promoter regions. Eukaryotic promoters are more complex, obviously, and two types of sequence elements are promoter proximal and distal regulatory. There are two elements in the promoter proximal. One is transcription is one of these defines where transcription is to commence along the DNA, and the other contributes the mechanism that control how frequently this event is to occur. So there are two elements in the promoter region which will tell in which direction transcription has to occur, and the other one will tell that how frequently this has to occur. This how many proteins of this type are needed. Most mammalian genes have a Tata box that is located at 25 to 30 base pair upstreams. Then enhancers and repressors, a third class of sequence elements, either increase or decrease the rate of transcription initiation of eukaryotic genes. These elements are called enhancers or repressors. Okay, then they have been found in a variety of locations, both upstreams and downstreams of transcription. With hormone response elements, the act as or in conjugation with enhancers of this enhancers or silencers, leave it. Then termination of transcription. The signals for the termination of transcription by eukaryotic RNA polymerase 2 are very poorly understood. Processing of primary transcript. mRNA produced as a result of transcription is not modified in the prokaryotic cells. Eukaryotic cells modified mRNA by RNA splicing. I told you here, eukaryotic, that mRNA which is produced in the prokaryotic cell, it does not go modification. But in eukaryotic cell, the mRNA will undergo splicing. And there will be a capping, that is 5' end, there is a capping, and a polytail, that is tailing at the 3' end. So that I told you. Then most eukaryotic RNAs are synthesized as precursors that contain excess sequence which are removed prior to the generation of the mature functional RNA. So those things which are not required are removed from the RNA. So that is the end of the slides. So here transcription ends.